Hi, my name is Simon and I am the CEO of CodeTwo. In this series of video tutorials, I'm going to show you how to use CodeTwo Email Signatures 365, the world-leading cloud service used by over 60,000 companies in over 170 countries. In this tutorial, I will guide you through the basics like creating a CodeTwo Admin Panel account and adding your Microsoft 365 tenant to CodeTwo. It's quick and easy, so let's begin. To start using CodeTwo signatures in your organization, go to code2.com/email signatures. Click the free trial button to create a CodeTwo Admin Panel account. You can create a dedicated CodeTwo account here or use your Microsoft account, which is the recommended option. Let's use the Microsoft account option then, which opens a Microsoft sign-in page. Once you sign in, you need to accept the permissions necessary to associate your Microsoft account with CodeTwo Admin Panel. Our service uses OAuth 2 to protect your data, so it never reads or stores your credentials, but only gets encrypted access tokens from Microsoft 365 to securely complete the account setup. Next, you need to accept our terms and privacy policy, and you might also need to give us a bit more information about you to proceed. Once you do so, your new account is created and voila, you're signed in to CodeTwo Admin Panel. Admin Panel is where you manage your Microsoft 365 tenants, signature settings, and subscriptions. If this is the first CodeTwo account created by your organization, you're automatically its owner. This means you can manage things like your organization's billing information and invite other people to become organization's admins in CodeTwo Admin Panel. Before you create any CodeTwo email signatures, you first need to register your Microsoft 365 tenant to CodeTwo. It will also start a 14-day free trial for this tenant. Click here to launch a wizard that will guide you all the way through. So first you need to read the license agreement, accept it, and click next. Now you need to associate your tenant with CodeTwo by clicking here. You need to sign in with your tenant's Microsoft 365 Global Admin account and accept the permissions that are needed to include user data in email signatures. Our service will never ask you to grant more permissions than necessary to perform its current task. Okay, you're signed in, so click next. You can now choose an Azure region where CodeTwo will keep your settings. This is also where your signatures will be added if you choose the cloud signature mode in the next step. I'll get to that in a minute. Each region features 2 data centers for high availability purposes. You can select the same region as your Microsoft 365 tenant, for example, for compliance reasons, or any other depending on your organization's policy. Just note that the region is selected once for a tenant and cannot be changed later. The second thing you can select here is the scope of users who can benefit from CodeTwo, consume licenses, and have their contact details synced to CodeTwo signatures. This setting is optional and by default all users are selected, but changing the scope might be useful if, for example, you're testing CodeTwo with a smaller group of users in your tenant. You can limit the licensed users by clicking here, choosing this option, and clicking here to select a Microsoft 365 group in your organization. For now, let's leave the scope at default so that all users are synced and can benefit from CodeTwo, and let's proceed to the next step. This is where you choose one of the signature modes. You don't know what these modes are? Let me quickly explain. There are 3 ways in which CodeTwo can add signatures in your organization: Cloud mode, aka server side, Outlook mode, aka client side, and Combo. In the Cloud mode, when you send an email, it goes to your Microsoft 365 tenant, then to our email signature service that sits in the Azure region you selected previously. This is where the CodeTwo signature is added, and then your message goes to the final recipient. This mode works with all email apps and devices. Because signatures are added after an email is sent, users cannot change or modify them, but they can still preview them. If you want users to have signatures added to their emails in real time, choose the Outlook, aka client-side signature mode. This mode uses a modern Outlook add-in that automatically adds the signature as you compose an email in your Outlook app. Users love this mode because it gives them full control of their signature. They can modify it, select another one, or even remove it. And if they use a mobile, iOS, or Android device, they will get the right signature automatically. If you want the best of both signature modes, use the Combo mode. In this mode, the signatures in Outlook are added as you type an email, while emails sent from other email clients get the signature in the cloud after an email is sent. So if you want full control and want to have signatures added to emails sent from all apps and devices, choose the default mode that adds signatures in the cloud after emails are sent. It's the fastest mode to deploy, and you can always change it later if you want to. Click Next to proceed. In the SPF record step, we ask you to add this entry to your domain's SPF record. This prevents emails with CodeTwo signatures from being treated as spam by Exchange Online Protection. After you update your SPF record, click here to quickly validate it. If you're not familiar with SPF, not a problem. Use this link for detailed instructions. You'll also find the link in the video's description. Let's move on to the next step. To get signatures in the cloud, you need to create Exchange Online connectors that will route your company's email through CodeTwo. The wizard can create these connectors automatically for you. You just need to authorize us to do so by following the on-screen instructions. When the Microsoft sign-in page opens, be sure to use your organization's global admin account and accept the permissions necessary for us to set up the connectors. Again, your credentials are safe as they are passed directly and only to Microsoft. To ensure maximum security, we only use self-expiring Microsoft security tokens that expire after 90 minutes or sooner. Once the authorization completes successfully, go to the next step. This step is very important because here you need to specify senders whose emails should go through the CodeTwo service to get cloud signatures. You can select all users in your organization or limit them to members of a specific group. Note that you will be able to reconfigure the connectors and users later if you want to. Click Next to start the deployment. The process takes only a few minutes. That's when we add your Microsoft 365 tenant to CodeTwo Admin Panel and issue a unique certificate necessary for the correct operation of Exchange Online connectors. If you authorize us to configure the connectors for you, our software will do this now as well. Okay, click Finish once the deployment is complete. And that's basically it. Welcome aboard. It usually takes just a few minutes for the changes to propagate across your Microsoft 365, so use this time to set up email signatures. See our quick video guide for step-by-step instructions. You'll find the link at the end of this video and in the description. Thanks for watching.